Hey friends, I'm Evelyn here, and I am partnering up with the amazing Amber Renee Till from the ART Skool, and I am bringing you another Wellness Wednesday. And so Amber helps overwhelmed moms reset instead of escape, just using simple tools that make life feel lighter. And today we're going to dive into this message. Okay, so have you ever felt like you're doing everything and still not growing? She's going to highlight 3 mistakes that might be your reason why. Okay, so tune in. All right, so let's talk about something real today. Have you ever had a season where you're doing all the things, you're working hard, you're checking the boxes, you're just showing up for everyone, and yet you feel like you're just not growing, right? Like you're spinning your wheels, but not actually moving forward? I just want to say this before we go any further. There is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. So let's just get that out of the way, all right? In fact, this is actually so common, especially for moms carrying a full life, just a full plate, a full heart, right? And most of the time, it's not because you're lazy or you're unmotivated or you're doing something wrong or like life is wrong, right? It's honestly just because a few little sneaky patterns that we might not even notice that we're operating from. So today, what we're going to talk about is just how to walk you through 3 mistakes that keep so many women just feeling that feeling of being stuck. And so for most of us, hopefully this might be at least one of the things that maybe we're not realizing we're doing, but it'll be an eye opener. Okay, so let's start with mistake number 1, and that is perfectionism. Perfectionism. Yes. Okay. So now you might not call yourself a perfectionist. In fact, I pretty much avoided it, even saying that. But here's what it looks like. So at least be open to seeing, okay, does that show up in my life, right? 1, you don't start the thing unless you can do it perfectly. Can you check the box there? 2, you might feel pressure. It might show up like you're just feeling pressure for everything to be done right. Okay, that might show up that way. Perfectionists might show up in the fact that you restart or you rewrite or you redo or you overthink until you're just truly exhausted. And honestly, you just maintain doing nothing. So it creates paralysis, right? Perfectionism honestly doesn't look like being perfect all the time. It just looks like you're feeling frozen because you're afraid of doing something wrong, right? So it's that little voice that says, ooh, if I can't do it perfectly, I'll do it later. And we all know that later rarely comes. It just rarely comes, right? Amber talks about this a lot, how perfectionism actually will block, growth because it convinces you to delay the very thing that would actually create momentum, that would actually help you move forward. All right, so that was mistake number 1. Let's go into mistake number 2. Saying yes when your heart says no. All right, so Amber talks about it this way. The second mistake is a big one, okay, especially for moms and women who serve everyone around them. Hello, that's me. Saying yes when your heart is quietly whispering no, like you just know you shouldn't be doing that next thing, okay? All right, this one is super sneaky because on the outside, it looks very generous, but on the inside, it feels like resentment, exhaustion, dread. Have you ever felt like resentment for having said yes to something and you're just like, oh, now I'm just like in it, right? Yeah. So every yes that you give away, honestly, that isn't aligned with your season will take away energy from the things that God is actually asking you to steward. And here's the truth. Every time we do say yes to something that isn't aligned, we unintentionally are saying no to something that is, because it does take up that time. So this mistake alone keeps so many women stuck because they're pouring out, and everyone except the place, they're pouring out, everywhere, I guess I should say, except for the place that actually will produce growth for them. And so Amber teaches this so beautifully, how honoring your God-led no actually can free your time and your emotions, and therefore your peace, right? Okay, so let's talk about mistake number 3. Um, and this is trying to do everything alone. That's basically what it is, okay? It really hits home for so many of us, I will say, because trying to figure everything out alone, here's what we tell ourselves. I should be able to handle this. I don't want to bother anyone. Hello. I'll just push through. Oh my goodness. I don't need help. But the truth is, inside, you're trying to do everything alone. And honestly, it's the fastest path to burnout and really the slowest path to growth. So you don't accelerate by adding more to your plate, right? And you don't accelerate when someone comes alongside you and helps you see your blind spots. Actually, Amber teaches us that is how you accelerate, right? When somebody comes alongside of you and helps you to see your blind spots, right? Is there to help you, your patterns and the ways that you are unintentionally self-sabotaging yourself, right? And that's honestly why Amber's work matters so much. She helps women break the root patterns that keep us stuck, repeating the same cycle over and over again. So if you're sitting here thinking, well, I've done all 3 of these, you're not alone. These aren't tiny mistakes, honestly. And they are deep patterns that almost every woman carries, because we were just never taught anything different, right? And so here's the good news, though. And Amber teaches this so beautifully, but you can break these patterns and you can rewrite them. And when you do, everything in your life will get lighter, it will get simpler, it will get more aligned. So if you want to help, or if you want to help yourself, honestly, if you want help breaking these patterns, Amber created a free 20-minute stop self-sabotage training. How awesome is that? It's going to help you walk through what's really underneath that perfectionism, that people pleasing, that doing life alone type mentality, right? It is short, it's powerful, and honestly, it just makes everything easier. The link is right below this video, and you can watch it after this. It's going to free up so much mental and emotional space. All right, ladies, thanks for spending this Wellness Wednesday with Amber. And if today's topic encouraged you, make sure that you check out the free resource that is linked below from Amber and the ART Skool. Her tools truly make the next step feel so much easier. I'll see you next Wednesday.